been sculpting for about 22 years. I painted prior to that and still do some oils, but been sculpting for about 22 years now. I work with oil-based clay because I cast in bronze everything that I create, and so I just use good materials, and I have worked with a foundry for 20 years that I trust to do my casting, and I make sure that I have the best artisans create my work and the best metals used so that I am giving my collectors a quality piece. I don't create anything that I don't feel. That's the basis of my work, my emotions, and therefore I do believe it's the emotions that are universal, that all cultures of all time feel, and that is the pleasure that I receive, is expressing my own feelings. That makes it fun for me to create. Well, growing up, knowing a lot of cowboys, I've always been fascinated and just love the American cowboy idea, their work ethics, their love of land and the love of what they do. And I didn't want to do, again, the representational and using a lot of detail. There are so many fabulous artists that do that so well. So I did want to focus on the emotion, on the mood. So I always just put them in an Australian duster, that's just my style, and the hat, and most often they have their head down. There's a good face under that hat, but when they first look at the piece, I want them just to catch that mood, that feeling of the cowboy, the essence. I'm mostly self-taught. I've had some workshops. When I started creating, I had a sculpting friend get me started with the armatures and worked with me on one piece, and then I spent a lot of time studying anatomy books, and then when I would do a figure I would start with the bones and lay on the muscles, and that gave me a good feeling of the figure. And I no longer do that, I just create it, and most of my pieces are form and not representational, stylized, and so that change has allowed me to be a little more free in my thinking than doing totally representational work. Well, the challenge is always to have the piece be what I intend for it to be, and of course I work on it until it is, and the challenge is always an emotional one. Have I created something that my collectors and the public will feel the same about that I feel in creating it?